Alright, so good afternoon everybody. Welcome to Blue Hawaiian. My name's Duke. I'll be flying you around the island. So we've got David, Daniel, Michael, and Meta on board. Alright, everyone's got your seatbelts low and tight. Alright, so for the first couple minutes of the flight, I'm going to have the passenger mics turned off until we get out of the airspace and we're done talking with the tower. Once I get them back turned on again, I'll let you know, and then feel free to ask any questions along the way as well as talk to each other. To use the mic, looks like you're already doing a decent job of it. You just depress the black button on the side, talk into the end opposite the cord, and we'll be able to hear you. It needs to be fairly close, about 2 inches from your mouth, and we'll be able to hear you just fine.
Okay.
You got it? Alright. So, while we're waiting for our clearance, just sit back and relax, and we'll be on our way shortly. Alright, we just got our clearance. We're ready to go see the island of Kauai. You guys can see up the left side here, there's a large barge being pulled by a tugboat. That barge is some sort of, I believe, a fuel or oil barge. But that is how 90% of our commerce gets to and from the island. Out of this little harbor down here called the Nawili Wili Harbor. It's our only deep water harbor. But pulled back and forth to and from primarily Oahu. Basically our version of a train on the islands here.
How long does it normally take from one side to the other?
That's a good question. I'm not sure how long that takes. It's over 60 miles. It's 60 miles to the island, and I'm not quite sure how much further it is to the port that they go into. Alright guys, so like I said, feel free to use that mic. ask any questions along the way or to talk to each other.
We just did the tour on Oahu on Wednesday.
The flight?
Yes.
You guys are making the rounds. All right. Well, let's see if we can one-up them.
I think you can. This is a great island.
Where are you guys staying on the island?
Up at Waiapula Beach Resort.
So right here is Haupu Mountain, and this is Haupu Ridge stretching out in front of us. And just as we pass this, the mountain here, get up above the ridge line, we'll have the South Shores off to our left side. The Poipu area is about our 9, 10 o'clock. That's the second largest resort town on the island next to Princeville. Up off the left side here you'll see a body of water. That's a reservoir called the Waita Reservoir. On the left side of it, there's a small town there called Koloa. And Koloa is significant historically, not just here on Kauai, but the whole state. And that's where the very first sugarcane plantation was planted back in 1835. And on our right side, this large green grass area called Kipu Ranch. It used to be a gigantic plantation. But sugarcane is no longer economically viable on any of the islands. It's not being commercially grown anywhere anymore. But it's important historically because it essentially spurred the modern economy and the modern Hawaii, and had a lot to do with the social fabric of the islands. It brought thousands and thousands of workers from all over the Pacific region, South America, Central America, to work here in the fields, and really created quite the melting pot of cultures here on the island.
What do they do with that area now?
What area? The Kipu Ranch back there?
Yes.
So a lot of you'll notice as we're flying around, there'll be large grass areas, and they're grazing land. Cattle grazing kind of is it's our largest export, and took over the sugarcane and pineapple. So just off our right side, if you guys look at your 3 o'clock, there's a very industrial-looking beige building, and that is a biomass power plant. And all these trees we're flying over below us are a hybrid eucalyptus tree, and this is a crop. And those trees are being grown to be intentionally burned in that power plant there. They burn the trees as biomass, generate heat, and create steam, and the steam turbines. And that's about 10% of our power needs. We're about 60% sustainably produced energy here on the island, pushing towards 100%, hopefully in the next 10 years with the help of a bit more solar coming online.
Will we be going over the site for 6 days and 7 nights?
6 days and 7 nights. So that was actually back there a little bit. Sorry, I didn't point that out to you.
We do it island style. From the mountain to the ocean, from the windward to the leeward side.
Are any of you guys coffee drinkers? No?
My husband.
Just off the left side, so our 9 o'clock, you see a large, homogeneous, lush green agricultural area. That is the Kauai Coffee Company. And that's the largest plantation in the States. Got over 4 million plants being cultivated on 3,500 acres there. Second largest export next to grass-fed beef. So we're just crossing over the east side of a valley, and this valley is called Hanapepe. And this valley is privately owned from the center of the island all the way to the shoreline. And it's owned by the Robinson family. They're very prominent landowners here on the